It's your boy, Looker, your commentator, your host of and creator of Space Invaders TV. Yes, y'all. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all long on this one. This might be our shortest show. It was something that came up that I just had to bite at, had to bring it up, had to talk about it. Peace and blessings to everyone. Welcome. Make sure y'all subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell. If this is your first time here, tell a friend. To my returning subscribers, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Listen, what I want to get into right now is so old Sleepy Joe, aka Joe Biden, comes out swinging, man. Him and his team, his staff, they have introduced a 1.9 trillion COVID relief package, which is including the $1,400 stimulus check, which you remember in December 2020, whatever, that was talks. The Democrats wanted to give up $2,000 stimulus checks. I mean, they were talking that at the beginning of the COVID, when they talked about handing out a relief, they talked about, Democrats were ready to do it, and even Trump was down with it too. He was like, at the beginning of everything back in March of 2020. But they didn't want to do it. So with the CARES Act, they wound up giving up the $1,200. So in December, they wanted to give, the Democrats were like, a lot of people were on board. You had the one guy, Mitch McConnell, the House Speaker, Rep. From Kentucky, Mitch McConnell holding up everything, and he didn't want to budge on it, So the slap in the face was giving up the $600. So now with Biden introducing that new $1.9 trillion plan, so he's gonna give up the $1,400, which will, with the $600 he got in December, that will make $2,000. Now, in this new relief package that Biden has rolled out, and him and his team, all the sources, multiple sources and media outlets have been talking, and they've been saying that, Biden and his team, they've been working on this for weeks, so a lot of households and businesses are gonna, from this next package, a lot of households and businesses are gonna benefit from this. But in totality, everybody will eat from this new plan, and it will help stimulate the economy and get things back rolling financially. You know what I'm saying? It will help. It will give it a boost at all levels, because you're looking at the minimum wage is going to go up nationally $15, but you already had about, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You already had 10 states that were already, their minimum wages, they had got ahead of it, got out in front of this thing long time ago. Even back when Obama was in there, you heard the talks, about boosting the minimum wage. And we can even go so far as back as even when Clinton did it, to be honest with you, when he boosted minimum wage up at that time, I think when Clinton was in, I think it went up to, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. I think it went up to 715 when Clinton was in, if I'm not mistaken. So then the talk started happening as the years went on about raising the minimum wage. And so when Obama came in office, you started to really, the talk was coming on stronger. And then you started hearing different Democratic presidential candidates, those that were running for president, running against Obama in his second term and everything. You started hearing the talks then as well. So it wasn't until like when Trump got in office, you kind of heard those talks stalled a little bit because it wound up being a Trump show for 4 years. But that ain't what we talking about, right? We ain't talking about him right now. We ain't getting on Trump. We talking about Biden, and Sleepy Joe's coming out swinging. He's coming out the gate with a $1.9 trillion package, and you're gonna have going back, the states who already have their minimum wage is already at $15 an hour. It's Florida, Washington D.C., Virginia, New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Maryland, Illinois, Connecticut, and California. They already been ahead of it, and you would think rightfully so anyway. Those states would get out in front of it because out of those 9 states, the cost of living is high in 8 of those states. You know what I'm saying? So to start the minimum wage off there at $15, to have it there at those 8 other states. I mean, not counting Virginia on that list. I mean, D.C., Florida, New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Maryland, Illinois, Connecticut, and California. Those are some expensive places to live. You know what I'm saying? And housing is not cheap there. So yeah, big ups to them for just being proactive and getting out in front of that thing early. So now the deal is, when it comes to that minimum wage thing, you got to think about it's going to be interesting now to see other states, especially a lot of the southern states and things of that nature, and other states, the other states out in the Midwest, and the Northwest. It's going to be interesting to see like how they're going to fare now. Like, what are they going to do? Because now, that's going to be a national, that's going to be the national rate of, the government is going to put that into play. So it's going to be like now, these states should have got out ahead of it a long time ago. And I called it. I said, watch, these states that didn't get out ahead of it is going to come back and bite them. It's going to come back and bite them when the government, because they're talking about it. And the funny thing is, like, these states, you heard the government talking about, you heard the talks started to get louder and louder about raising that minimum wage to $15. That was the number. You heard it. You heard them talking about raising it higher, but then they started actually putting a number on that rate. You know what I'm saying? They start putting a number on that minimum wage, and you would think the states who didn't implement it would attempt to at least raise their rate by $1. A lot of states still sat still and didn't do anything. So now, when this goes into play, it's going to be interesting to see what a lot of states going to do and how they're going to fare. Because now they're going to have to get on their grind and attract more attract better jobs to their state. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to bring some more competition, because you could go around some cities and states and you see abundance of restaurant jobs and things of that nature, and so they're gonna have to start attracting some better quality jobs, skilled jobs, and things of that nature as well. Gonna have to start putting that work in, man. I think, not to get off subject a little bit, I just think now the way things are going. It's a change of the guard now, and things are change. Things are gonna change, man. It's gonna change, and it's not gonna be no longer where we're gonna have these politicians able to just, just talk crap. Now they're gonna have to put up or shut up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it. The American people have spoke. As I said, the school system, the schools are gonna be getting more funding. You have let's see here. The 1.9 trillion legislation includes a $1,400 stimulus payment on top of the 600 being distributed. We already spoke of that. The extension of key unemployment programs that are set to expire in the spring. Aid to small businesses, $350 billion to state and local government. Increase in tax credits for low and middle income families, and $160 billion for national programs on vaccination and testing. So, as far as with the unemployment, you got an extra amount of unemployment benefits will be increased to $400 a week, up from the $300 a week. Biden's plan would also extend those benefits through September of 2021. So it will go through September of this year, 2021. Biden's plan will also extend those benefits through September. Currently, the additional benefits lapses on March the 14th. Under his plan, Biden would also extend the program that provides jobless benefits to workers who typically don't qualify for regular benefits. Okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to go down here. So, in the schools, so you got $50 billion going towards COVID testing, $20 billion going towards national vaccine programs in partnership with states and localities and tribes. An increase in the child tax credit. It'll be $3,000 per child. If you have a child under 6 years old, it'll be $3,600 for children under 6 years old. So that's a good one right there. You're also going to get is also, because this was another conversation that was sparking up over these last 4 years. A heavy topic was the student debt. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be $10,000 in student debt forgiveness. So it's only going to be $10,000 swiped off of your student debt. You know what I mean? Which is great, right? Because, hey, if you just look at it, if you had a $20,000 student debt, the government is gonna go ahead and forgive $10,000 of that. So that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? So now you're only looking at $10,000. You know what I mean? To pay off now. Just think about the folks that may even have left in that. Just imagine if you only had $10,000 left on your student loan. They're gonna pay $10,000. Boom, you zero, nada, nothing, gone. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just those who may have, that $50,000, $100,000 student debt. You know what I mean? Hey, but $10,000 is still better than nothing, right? You know what I mean? It's still something. It's still gonna help out. $350 billion in state and local government aid. $170 billion for K through 12 schools and institutions of higher education. Now, in this bill, I hope that some teachers' pay get put in here. You know what I mean? Because from the first round, I think from the CARES Act, I think I seen 13.2. What was it here? 13.2 billion went for K through 12 schools under the CARES Act. So I hope that in this one right here, I hope that the teachers, at least in K through 12, will get raises, man. We gotta stop. We gotta stop undervaluing the teachers, man. You know what I mean? Because they're vital. They're vital when you talk education. How could you talk education and not? You can't talk education and don't talk to teachers, man. One thing you gotta understand, it takes a lot to. You gotta imagine it takes a lot to train the mind of the young. You know what I mean? Yes, and it's at least to get the young children to pay attention to something that's not really interesting to them. That is a challenge. That is a challenge to get them to pay attention, a young child to pay attention to something that they're not really interested in. So, and then when you get them there and then they learn it and they catch on to whatever the teachings are, that's a wonderful thing. Even though us as parents, we got children, we got to help out. You have to help out too and participate too. But 8 hours out of the day, man, during the school year, you look at it like this: 40 hours a week, your child is in school, man, and the teacher is teaching that child. Man, we have to, we have to compensate these teachers out there, man. And shout out to all the teachers, that just love their job and love their students, and they pride themselves on making sure that each child that enters their classroom gets the education and get as much attention as they can give them, man. So shout out to the teachers, man. Professors, all that. Shout out to all of them, man. All y'all out there, man, because it takes a lot. Not everybody can teach. Not everybody can teach. That's a skill there. You must have patience. You must have patience and understanding. Also, in this new in Biden's new plan, new package, new stimulus package, it's going to be extending the eviction and foreclosures moratoriums through September 2021. Pretty much everything he's putting forth when it comes to unemployment, extending the eviction and foreclosures. What else? There's something else. Well, those two right there. That is all getting those two issues right there. That's on their list, on the docket, are being extended through 2021. Oh, yeah, the unemployment benefits and the eviction and foreclosures are being extended. Yes. So yeah, man. Which that's a good thing. And then like I said, $20 billion they put more money towards vaccine, COVID testing. I mean, $50 billion. I'm sorry, towards the COVID testing. So that means that is making it possible for people to get testing for free, and not having to pay for that. So it's getting the ball rolling, and you figure what he's rolling out and giving $350 billion in state and local government aid. He's trying to jumpstart the economy. He's trying to get this COVID under control, contain it, get it under control, get more testing out there, and trying to boost and stimulate this economy. You know what I mean? He's attacking a lot of the areas right now that are needed. So this will allow these states to fully open back up and get back to business. Excuse me, and get back to business. I think it's a good thing, man. You have a president here with a plan. And they said him and his team, they've been working on this for weeks. They've been working on this for weeks, which I can believe because it's been a constant talk. And one thing I do know, even Kamala Harris, even when she was running, you know, listening to her plan too, that was her wanting to give more benefits, her talking about student debt. It was her, Bernie Sanders, and I forget the other woman's name. It was 4 of them that were actually running. Biden, Harris, Bernie Sanders. They were all talking that same thing about the student debt. You know what I'm saying? Trying to help erase some student debt for people, knowing how hard that was. That was the talks. They all talked about education. So it's no surprise that what Biden is putting forward, and it's good to see that somebody has a plan now. You have a plan. You're putting something forward. You're addressing the issues that you see at hand. You know what I mean? Because one thing that I know, and that Biden knows, and any president that will elect, or even in the Senate, even the people, even the senators with level heads and the House reps with level heads and understand and know that if we don't help the people, we can't get nowhere. This country is ran. It's not ran off itself. The people, we as American people, run this, help move this country along. You know what I'm saying? You figure, I don't care what job industry you're in, whether you're in food service, food service, restaurant business, or whatever, whatever industry you're in, you're helping move this country in different ways. You know what I'm saying? So if the people are not eating, if businesses are shut down due to this COVID, and people are at home and people don't have funds to go out and buy the necessities that they need, you know what I mean? The hierarchy of needs, if they can't supply the hierarchy of needs, which is food, clothing, shelter, warmth, you know what I'm saying? If they can't provide those things, it's gonna be a problem. And so it's good to see a president that's putting some, he's has a level head. He has the plan. He has a team. They have a plan, and they've been. He hasn't been sitting on his hands waiting to get inaugurated. He's been working. He knows, okay, the people chose me. They chose us. I'm going to work right now, and I'm putting things in place. So when I step in, once I walk into that office, and I head into the Capitol, and we go, this is going across the table. You know what I mean? So he's ready to go. And we have to understand, hey, big up to Georgia, because Georgia done showed out twice, man. So big up to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Georgia showed up twice, man. We flipped, Georgia flipped the state. You know what I'm saying? Turned them blue. You know what I mean? A Republican state turned Democrat. Big up to them, all around the board. Then to come back and take out two of they Republican senators, you know what I mean, and bring 2 Democrat senators in from Georgia. Big up, man. Georgia done showed out. You know what I mean? They stood tall, and let it be known. We are one of the states that ain't having it. We tied. You know what I mean? So shout out. That's just a testament to what a lot of the American citizens are feeling and have felt. As I said before, I don't want to speak about that guy again. We moving forward, but I'm gonna say this is, hey, as I said in my last posting, Trump, you didn't have enough. You didn't have enough of those ignorant people. The people that voted for you were the ignorant people that just spewed hatred, you know. And so they those are the people that voted for you because you talk that language. They didn't care that you didn't do nothing. You did not only do nothing for the country, period. You didn't do nothing for them. So the only reason why they were supporting you and riding with you because you were talking that hatred. You gave them the fuel to go out here and act out and climb that Capitol building in D.C. And you led them to jail. You're leading them to jail, which you will soon follow, Mr. Trump. You will soon follow. So, with that being said, we throw that trash out and we come with a new day. So, with that being said, you know, big up to Biden, man, and them. They're trying to come through, and we also got to understand that we got the Democrats got control now. We got Democrat president. You have we have Democrats, you know what I'm saying, controlling now. Got controlling the Senate. You know what I mean, in the House. You know what I mean. So, I mean, we got a good thing going, and then with the situation that just took place with them looting and storming the Capitol like that, and the Republicans are looking real bad from that because their leader is the cause of that. So you have to think that they're gonna want to make good on some things. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna want to try to redeem themselves. So it will behoove them to bow down anyway and not try to even put up a fight. The old guy Mitch McConnell is gonna try to put up a fight, but that guy don't even know what he's fighting for. He's just hanging around. He's one of them old guys. Mitch McConnell is one of them old guys, man. He's just taking up space. He's just coming to work because he don't want to sit home and rot. He's that guy that just don't want to give up, that just don't want to go home. He just gonna work till he croak. That's him. He serves no purpose, man. He's not with any moving forward. He's not with progress. He's not with forward progress. He says no to a lot of things and doesn't even make sense. Point blank period. When he thought giving up the $600 was best because he said giving the $2,000 back in December, just last month in 2020, he thought the $2,000 will align the pockets of the rich. And I'm like, no, dude, you're rich. Your net worth is $22 million. Okay, that's not counting your government salary. Okay, of about what 200 something thousand a year. That's not counting your government salary. Okay, so you being a multi-millionaire, he actually thought that $2,000 was going to align the pockets of the rich. How? When first of all, to even get any of the stimulus money, you can't make over. To really see the money, you can't make over like $100,000 to even see that money. You can't even make over that. So how? And I think if you make over 100,000, you see something, but you wouldn't get all of the money. You know what I'm saying? All of whatever the stimulus. If it's 600, you wouldn't get the whole 600. When it was the 1,200, and you made over, I want to say it was 90 something $1,000. If you made over that, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but if you made over that, you wasn't getting the whole stimulus money. So if you even made $200,000 or over $150,000 a year, you definitely not going to see anything. So how the heck was the $2,000 going to line the pockets of the rich? It's just amazing. So that's just to show how out of touch this guy is. He's dealing off of old ways. He's not even understanding that the country is moving in a different direction. And whatever his idea is, it's not everybody else's idea, you know, and he doesn't even know why he's saying no. Don't even understand, like him and Nancy Pelosi, they both been in that office. They both held those seats for about 40-something years. So they both really, you know, she's more wanting to do for the people, but really, them two were going back and forth. You don't really know what they were arguing about. You know what I mean? Like, are you working for the people? Because you're not arguing for the people. Y'all arguing across the aisle about something totally different that nobody really knows. You know what I'm saying? And y'all having old people arguments. You know what I mean? Y'all don't even know why y'all saying no to things. No. It's, I don't know, y'all. Enough of them. They make me ramble. You know, they make me ramble, scramble. But, so, with this new stimulus and new this new stimulus, this 1.9 trillion package that Biden has ready to roll out his first day in office. I think it'll be a good thing. I think it's going to stimulate and help the economy. It's continuing to help get people vaccinated. It's gonna help households and help businesses. It's gonna help the states. It's giving money to the states again. Education, and I say it again, and I just hope that the teachers will get something out of this round. I haven't heard, I don't know, but I haven't heard if the teachers got any raises or anything like that. But I hope that this will give the teachers can get a raise, man. You know, you got to stop disrespecting the teachers and taking advantage of them. They're needed. If you have no teachers, you have no school system. You know, all the students will be forced to work, to learn from home. You parents will have to teach your kids, which during this time, a lot of parents got the chance to really see what some of the children been doing in school. You know, this, like I said, a lot of this COVID situation, this pandemic has I truly believe that, and I've hearing the stories, this pandemic has really got people in tune with themselves. If they never been in tune with themselves, and if they lost themselves, it got them back on track with themselves again. It got them in tune with their family. You know what I mean? It set a lot of people down to think now, and if it just pay attention to everything around them now. Just seeing the marches and everything like that, the protests, and let me know that the people are actually, as a whole, the American people are tired And when we seen in this election and what happened and Trump not get back in there, it actually showed the people were tired. I actually believe, to be honest with you, I believe the people, when Obama came in, that showed me that the page that people was on. It let me know fully then that the American people ain't what it was 100 years ago. They ain't that mindset is not there with in totality. You know what I mean? You have a large group. You have millions that still think, and that what Trump was triggering with that "Make America Great Again," that struck a chord with a lot of people. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, you know. And those folks lined up behind him, but it still wasn't enough. They were still outnumbered by those of us that, you know, want to progress and move forward. You know what I mean? And so his base was not strong enough, you know. And so I believe for myself, starting for me, what I noticed when his campaigning and when he got in his first 4 years, that showed me that, you know. And then when he got reelected again for his second term, that showed me, you know what I mean, that solidified some things for me. So then I felt like when Trump got in there, it was just like, it was a joke. You know what I mean? I felt like it was rigged then. And then this time now, when we really needed to get this guy there. Now, if he would have stayed in there, that would have showed me like, whoa, we just went backwards. You know what I mean? We just totally lost 12 years. You know what I'm saying? The progress that was made, we just went back 12 years. 20 years, actually. You know what I mean? But the country, people want to move forward. And people are understanding now. And like I said before, we must keep our eyes on our senators of our states, our House reps. You know, if you have not paid attention to it, one thing you should have learned, if you didn't know, one thing you should have learned was that the president is really like the puppet, but they have a voice. But we have to understand that, you know, they have to be a leader. They have to have a leader, a mind of a leader. They have to have a plan to at least bring forth to the Senate, to make them think, to challenge them. But at the end of the day, the Senate rules. They run. The reps, they run this country. They make the strings. They pull the strings. You know what I mean? So with that, man, like I said, man, I think shout out to Biden and them. Sleepy Joe's coming out swinging, man. Stumping 1.9 trillion out the gate. First day in his office, he's trying to dump 9 trillion. I'm sorry, 1.9 trillion into the economy, and I think it's going to be a good thing. And I think we're going to get some momentum going here. I think we'll start seeing these numbers drop down. I think we're going to see a shift. It's not going to be a quick shift, but you're going to start to see a decline. You're going to start hearing more positive talk than the negative and the constant, how many the death toll in COVID, how many people are contracted COVID. We're going to start hearing a decline in that. When people starting to able to make, if you work in a minimum wage job, and that's, people are gonna start being able to feel good. It's gonna be a different, you know what I mean? It's gonna be different for some people. You know what I mean? I often like to say that, money, when you making a little money, it changes your walk. Just pay attention to somebody that's getting money, that's making money, that's well off, that's okay. And that's making enough for themselves. You don't have to be rich, but it's making enough, and it's, it works for their lifestyle. Because everybody's lifestyle is different. But just pay attention to somebody that, they walk different. Pay attention to somebody that that's making a little coins. You know what I'm saying? They walk is different. They talk is different. And that's what we're gonna start to see. When you don't have money, when somebody's not doing so well financially, where they want to be, because we don't all want to have to be rich. You want to be wealthy more than rich. Let's just keep it real. You want to be wealthy. You know what I mean? But when you don't have what you need to survive and to maintain, when folks don't have that, you see them walk around with their head down. They're just not upbeat. You see it in their face. They just ain't right. And when they're not where they want to be, or they falling on hard times. It takes your what's the word I'm looking for? When you're not doing so well financially, it takes a hit to your soul. It hits you in the soul, man. It hits you hard, and it brings you down. You know what I mean? So I think with just starting out here with this new package and everything like that, and more and more people will be getting, if they want to be vaccinated, if they want to take the vaccine, you'll start seeing more people, getting or hearing the contractions dropping, and hearing about more people overcoming this COVID than the negative side of the death and the contraction, but never hearing the people overcoming it, and hearing those stories and how they're faring and getting back to work, and you know what I'm saying, and where they were once making, I don't even know what the minimum wage is right now, y'all. Sorry, I don't. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, so I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I ain't even gonna front. But I know it ain't $15. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of, I already called out the states who are already at $15 an hour in minimum wage. So, but I don't know I don't know where it was at, y'all. Where was minimum wage? $7, 7 and some change, 8. I don't know, but if you walk in today, you making 8 or 7, whatever the minimum wage is right now today, and next month you're gonna be making 15. Your walk's gonna change, your talk's gonna change. You're gonna feel a little more. You're gonna put a little more into that job. You know what I'm saying? Then it's gonna ultimately want you to want. You're gonna want more later. You feel me? You're gonna want more, and then you're gonna go start shooting for the other goals you have, so you can see more money. See, it's all motivation. You know what I mean? When it comes to that right there, people that's on unemployment, that's gonna help them out as well. People that are looking at evictions and foreclosures, you getting that help. You know what I'm saying? That relief through September. So it's a good thing. Filing taxes, you got, you know what I mean, when we getting that $3,000. Because I want to say, what was it at? I want to say that child credit. What was it at? Forgot. I gotta pull my paperwork up. What was it at? what was it, 1,800? Did it go from, what was it, between, it was between 15 and 1,800 for the child tax credit. Had went, I think, between 15 and 1,800 per child. So now it's gonna be 3,000 per child. But if the child is under 6 years old, it's gonna be 3,600. So hey, you know what I mean? Business is gonna see a boost. I mean, we lost a lot of businesses, small businesses, and everything like that. But now businesses, businesses could soon see a boost. The states can get back. It's just, and then maybe the states now, they getting a little boost in some more federal aid, and maybe that can help with attracting some more businesses to these states. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They can help out more of the small businesses that may be in danger of shutting down, and they can help those that they can help. So that's that, man. I'm your dude, Rashawn. This was a segment I just want to speak about. Sleepy Joe coming out swinging, man. He ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? He coming out swinging with the 1.9 trillion. They calling it the rescue plan. With direct payments, $1,400 direct payment stimulus money coming. So yeah, man, I think that the Congress, I think that they will go with it, because they need to redeem themselves actually from what happened a week or so ago, and that mockery and that embarrassment that their leader, so I think the Republicans will bow down to this one. That's my belief. What do you think? Hey, man, once again, I want to thank y'all. This is Space Invaders. Make sure that you, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Next to the subscribe button, you see that bell. Hit that bell. And tell a friend and tell a friend. We have good conversations over here. I like to just talk about local, national, and global events and stories. I like to have a good conversation here. Chime in, let me know your thoughts, leave a comment, whatever below. Don't be shy. This is Space Invaders TV. I'm your guy, Rashawn, and I'm out. Thank y'all.